Now let us welcome President Monterde for his virtual Sauna 2021.
There are many problems that afflict the society today. Most of these require strict law by the government to bring about considerable change. As the president of the country, I would take up the issues that adversely affect the society and our country. Increasing pollution level, growing economic disparity, descending environment consciousness amongst the citizens are some of the major problems that trouble me a lot among all the severe problems that our country faces. We may have seen progress and development in many areas, and the socio-economic standards may have risen. However, the unscrupulous acts like increased use of cars, deforestation, to start industrial settlements, and increasing wastage of natural resources, and less greener surroundings are some of the problems that may look trivial to handle, but need stringent laws and firm steps to replenish the damage done so far. As the president, I would like to implement policies that would enforce laws on deforestation and discourage large-scale settlements from destroying green pastures beyond the limit by imposing heavy fines. I would encourage setting up of recycling industry and fund state government for the same. There would be strict laws to punish people doing any harm to the environment by polluting it, throwing waste and litter in open spaces, and discourage use of non-renewable resources like petrol and crude oil by factories. Instead, more and more funds shall be directed towards developing electric cars or cars driven by water that will reduce the dependency on petrol and also prevent pollution of the environment. Also, I shall increase the prices of cigarettes in order to give yet another reason for people to quit smoking. It would be a great measure as it will help control the pollution level. To some extent, it also promise better health and reduce the population of people suffering from chronic diseases. Another attempt will be toward establishing friendly relations with neighboring countries and also enhance better trade without many constraints between the two countries. This will ensure a better and cheaper supply of goods and scarcity of resources, which are abundant in other countries and be available to people of my country and vice versa. Policies to provide better machines and sufficient financial assistance to the poor farmers will be implemented. This will help reduce the burden on farmers who are under pressure while providing subsidized farm products to the nation, even at the cost of their own cost. They shall be able to provide cheaply produced goods and inflation rate could also be controlled. Our education system is not one in which we should be very proud of. Yes, Philippines does have excellent schools, colleges, and learning institutions, but our standards are not set as high as other countries. For example, our country does not fund our schools adequately. Teachers teach with not enough books, no supplies, or books that are often over 20 years old. How can we expect our children to be up to date with the world's information if our teaching materials are not new? Often, teachers in our public schools are forced to buy textbooks and supplies for our children with their own personal money. Why do they do this? Because they believe in a good education for all learning. Our country prides itself on the quality of education a person can receive here, yet teachers are one of the country's lowest paid professions. All my efforts would be initiated, keeping in mind the interest and the well-being of the people of my nation. Thank you, and God bless Philippines.